we're going to play one note on the top. Let's take a B flat. In the right hand, this is going to be the melody note. And the left hand is going to play any chord type through all of the 12 keys. And you're going to use this to play stuff. In other words, if you go to a piano and it's just alone and you want to play something on it, this is one of the things that you could do if you don't know any repertoire yet and don't know what to play. It's a nice technical exercise as well. You can practice different performance styles and there's quite a lot of things to do. So take a B flat and we'll start on the C. So this note value in the key of C is a flat 7. So you play C7 with it. Okay, we're going to put chords together. It's going to sound quite melodic in a minute. You can play C minor 7. If you know your sus4, you can raise the third. Resolve it maybe. So you don't have to play every single chord that works with that note, but just choose one. So let's take C minor 7. So that's quite nice. I can play the chord in the right hand as well, doesn't matter. The point is that B flat. Now let's go up to the key of C sharp or D flat. Let's call it D flat since that's a B flat. Now that in the key of D flat is 6. So you play a 6th chord with it because it is the 6th. You can even play a 7 chord with it. And then in jazz theory it would be called the 13th because you've got a 7 and a 6 which makes 13, so you call it a 13. You could play D flat minor 6. Quite a nice sound. You can play the whole diminished because it's on top. So you have to choose. This is going to help you find different chord types and learn new chords. What chord will I choose? I will choose, the previous one was C minor 7. So the next one could be D flat 13. Or would you like a whole diminished? Let's do a whole diminished chord. That's quite nice. Now we'll move to the key of D. Now this in the key of D is a sharp 5. I won't play too many fancy chords. We'll just stay within the octave. Sharp 5. Did I say flat 5 and sharp 5? I'm still in the previous key. Anyway, sharp 5, which is a very nice tension chord. It wants to go somewhere. It doesn't want to stay there on its own. It wants to go up a 4th normally. Normally in the music theory, the D chord, D augmented, we got to G, a 4th. So it's quite nice. Or it can resolve onto the 5th of itself. So we have to play basically an augmented chord here, but the augmented likes the flat 7. So let's put that in there as well. So far, we're going to mix and match in a minute. So far, we've got C minor 7. I can't go too low because of the tripod. I wanted to zoom in a bit so the camera's closer. That's where we are at the moment. That kind of sounds like a composition, which is a little bit subtly my point. E flat, B flat is the 5th. Very, very nice. Major scale mastery involved in this exercise as well. So what chord haven't we done yet? Let's play E flat, we've done major 7. There's a 5 in that chord, completely fine. One of my favourite chords, E flat major 7. But the B flat's on top. So far we have, and this is also going to train you to remember chord progressions. Many benefits of this. That sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Lovely. Now on the E, it's a flat 5. And that sounds quite nice. A little squashed up, cute kind of chord, flat 5. It's not a diminished because there's no minor in it there. It's just an E7 flat 5. And it sounds quite nice. It's got a 7 on top. You could consider it a triad, which would just be an E, flat 5 triad. A bit strange, but you could call it that. It's nice to put another note on top, like the 7. There's a nice little sequence of chords here. I really hope you play this for yourself and see how it sounds. C minor 7 with a B flat on top. D flat whole diminished, B flat on top. D augmented, where it would technically be called an A sharp, because it's a 5 that's gone up. E flat major 7, where it's the 5th. E7 flat 5. Very, very nice. Now, even just with those 5 chords, that's a good practice. I won't necessarily go through maybe I'll show you one or two interesting ones after what I want to say now, which is you'll now just mix those around. So let's just do it as C, E, D flat, E flat, D. So now you need to remember the chord types, but in a different order. So I'll do it so it was C. Then the E was the flat 5. Then it was a whole diminished. That's what we did. Then it was a whole major 7. And then it was augmented. Augmented is sharp 5. So I played it in a different order, but I still remembered the chord types. Sounds really nice, doesn't it? You can kind of get into a composition frame of mind doing this. Now, let me just jump a few. I'll just give you a couple of interesting ones. The F is very nice because it's what's called an 11th, not a 4th, an 11th. You just have to know that and remember it. 1, 2, 3, 4, but you don't say F minor 7, 4. It doesn't really mean anything. So it's called an 11 because it's outside the octave in theory. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the scale. And that sounds very nice with the minor 7 chord. And so that's another option. So that's quite nice on there. With the I won't go through all the keys, but G, of course, it's the minor chord. So minor flat 3. And on A flat, it would be the 9, 8, 9. Again, outside the octave. 8, 9. So you get the idea. B, it would be major 7. B flat, it's the root of itself. So you get the idea. So what you want to do when you get to a piano is do that. Get as many chords as you can. I have many videos to help you with chord types. Choose one note and see which chords in different keys that note is in that key. So I'll just close with another example, just to give you another little few examples here. G. So the note is G. So let's this time start from F instead of C, because we've dealt with the C all the way up to the E. Let's just continue with F, but the G is the note. So the key of F, it's the 9, 8, 9. You don't say 2, you say 9. So that works with everything. Let me just tell you that now. The 9 goes with every chord type. Major, minor, diminished, everything you want. Sus4, everything, augmented. Just works with everything. So let's take one we haven't done yet. Let's do a 7th chord. F7 with a 9 on top. You just call that F9, and that implies you have to play a flat 7 with it. It's like a rule of thumb. So that's going to be the first one. Now in the key of F sharp, this is going to be the flat 9 now. Now the flat 9 only likes the dominant 7 chord type. So we kind of have to use 2 of them. So maybe the first one can be a major 7. Let's do a 6. Have we done a 6? Let's do a 6th chord. F6/9. That's the first chord I just realised, because the next one has to be a 7. F sharp 7, because the flat 9, 8, 9 flattened only works with dominant 7 chord types. So it has to be that. So there's 2. So F6/9. It's quite nice. Now on the key of G, it's itself, so we can choose any chord type. Let's choose a 6 chord, because it's well spaced. That's the only reason. Now on the key of A flat, it's the major 7. So it has to be major 7. You could play minor major 7 for that mysterious sound. So maybe we should do that. So what have we got so far? F6/9, F sharp 7 flat 9, G6, A flat major 7, A flat minor major 7. It's a very weird one. And then on A, it's the flat 7. So you play A minor 7 with that. Play a half diminished, just to get a new chord type in. The A minor 7 flat 5, when you have a minor 7 flat 5, it's called half diminished. The flat 5 is the diminished part. So that's quite nice. On the key of B flat, it's the 6. Play B, you can play a 6th chord, play another minor 6 chord, play whole diminished, which has the 6 on top. So you see what I mean? You can just play around like that. And then when you mix and match, not just with these notes, but with anything, you can just play any chord type and a note value will just appear to you. So I might play the F here on the D minor 7. And I might go up to the B and play E7, because it's in the chord. And I might jump to an F sharp, and that's in a B chord, for example. So B major 7, because it's in the chord. And I might go down to E and play D minor 7, and that gives the 9. I don't remember what I did then, but you get the idea. And so the idea is that you'll just play around like that, play it maybe as an octave and try and make it a bit more melodic, and just play anything you want. That sounded quite nice. I don't remember what I did, but that's kind of the idea, really. So hopefully you'll put all of those things together, have many, many benefits, play around with this for a very long time, and have fun. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. All the best. Bye for now.